We are about to start. This is Robot Nuke. Now let's hear it for the man, the myth and the legend in his own head, Eric Nuke Hudson. Okay, everybody. We are here today, just checking my sound and everything. First time ever. I'm also streaming on TikTok, and that's because I finally got 1,000 followers, which means I can do it there. So let's get to 10,000 so I can do it from the desktop. Today we're going to go over the housing number as usual. And then I may talk a little something about something I'm not sure yet, because it's been surreal lately based on some things that are going on. It's real estate related, and you'll find out in a minute here. So let's first of all, let me go ahead and share my screen. And let's share it like this so you can see me in case you want it for some reason. So, we're going to go over the housing numbers. So right now, we only have June to go against because, we only have June to go against because for some reason, they don't put the numbers out until about the 6th to 8th of the month. For those of you on TikTok who've never seen me before, let's go ahead and I'm bringing up the numbers right now. We're going to actually go into the MLS. Now, I know the reason. It's because agents have 2 days to put it in the MLS, but somebody's going to be late. Some things that weren't supposed to close until this month closed last month. Just crazy stuff. But you're at a 99.9999% about the 5th or so. So right now we're at about the 98%. So we're going to go ahead and look. So just right now, if we look at single family homes, what's on the market, and I'm using Southern Nevada. Right now we have 4,841 and wrong one, compared to 4,114. There are more homes on the market right now than we had before, by quite a bit, by 700. That's like 15%. I'm not going to do math in public. For townhomes and it's 534, condos 1,013 when you combine them, 1,547 compared against 1,367. So almost 200 more townhomes have. Oh, hold on here. I do not have any. If you reach out, we can look and see, because you're asking on the strip. The strip is extremely high value property, so I don't even deal over on the strip, to be honest. I try to just keep it to single family, helping folks out. And let's get into what has sold so we know how we're going to do this. Just going to go back to last month as much as we can find, which is going to be probably about the 98%, like I said. And just real quick, for condos and townhomes, 616 sold compared to 605. So actually more sold. Let's see what the results are. Median price for closed so far, remember, about 98%, still some stuff to go, but 96,500 compared to 95,000. So we're 1,500 more. So the prices just keep going up. Hard to believe, but I actually suspect they're going to go up a little bit more. Those of you who haven't noticed, I'll probably bring it up here. Interest rates are at 6.62 or 6.3 from this morning that I saw. That's from the Mortgage Bankers Association. Let's get to those single family homes. So single family homes, 2,140 compared to 2,000. So we actually had more sales, but we saw we had a lot more come on the market. We get into the nuts and bolts of it. $480 compared against $475. So when I did my mid, it hasn't changed by that much. I would have hoped to have more, well, not more, but some kind of change. So when I did this a couple of weeks ago, uh, it was like, 480. So it hasn't changed. So it looks like we're up another 5,000. So we are 2,000 from the all-time high for single family. We've already hit the all-time high for the condo and townhome market. And it just keeps on going. See, ask any questions if there's some kind of stat that you want to see. So let's see here. Let's go ahead, look at the souls, and we'll do some of the stuff we normally do. Of course, I'm going to come back and do this again. I'm just going to be looking at single family for, wait a minute, you know what? You want to break this down. I think that's a good one for you when we break it down a little bit. So let's go to, so for you on TikTok, since you can't see my screen, I'm going to break it down by city because there is a huge disparity because you saw it's 480 for Nevada. So let's go down to Las Vegas and then check that number. So 1,004 sold for Las Vegas, and the resulting number median closed price was 485. Look at this. The median list price of those homes was 494,998. Let's call it 495. So people are not offering the same amounts that people are listing them for. This isn't 2 years ago where it was listed for 400 and people sold for 450. Those days are over. The only thing I can say that's good right now is we had the median time on market was 14 days, with the average being 28. When you start getting over that 28, things are going to start getting a little bad for you. I really wish the TikTok people could see this. So I got to get to 10,000, y'all. Get to 10,000. And on YouTube here, hit that subscribe. Okay, so we got that. Let's get back to so let's go North Las Vegas. Let me crack open a beverage here. So 236 single families sold. Results. Get to them stats. I normally don't shop. My wife does the shopping, but it's so funny. I appreciate that. It was a pleasure serving. I'm telling you, I really miss it. I haven't shopped for myself or the family in a very long time. I went to Sam's Club. Now, about a week ago, I went to Sam's Club, and the girl, she put a few things in the basket and then just like kind of looked at me like, because I'm not going through that thing where you check out yourself. Because if you don't check something out, they arrest you. It doesn't make any sense. So I let them check me out, especially I got a lot of stuff. Same thing happened yesterday. I had to pretty much put it all in the basket myself. It's a self-service world, but if you screw up, you get to go to jail. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, in North Las Vegas, the median price was $435,500. The list price was $437,450. So we got a tighter grip there. Median price per square foot for those sold was $240.83. 17 days, median on market average of 30. Let's get to everybody's favorite, Henderson. I ain't gonna lie, Henderson's nice. Let's see if I can do it here. Yeah, I can. I've actually never clicked that one in all these years. It's like taking a road you've never taken. 385 sold. And of those 385 that sold, let's look at the results. $539, $999. I don't know how they just don't round up and call it what it is. 300, I'm sorry, 540,000. 550 was the list price, but they got that straight at 550. Price per square foot in Henderson. 283,000. I'm sorry, $283.69. 16 days on market, median average of 30 days. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. It's always higher in Henderson. It's more desirable. And plus Las Vegas. If you see my video on YouTube, those of you on Instagram or, I'm sorry, Instagram's over here. Instagram or on TikTok here, since I have to say TikTok now. If you look at my YouTube video, it's either just came out or is coming out soon. I broke down Las Vegas, and those of you who have not been here, Las Vegas isn't what it seems. Very small portions of what you call Las Vegas is Las Vegas. The rest of it is unincorporated Clark County, and it's massive. I'd probably break it down another time for you guys because you're not going to be able to see it here on TikTok, and I feel guilty. Okay, so let's go on back here. And we're going to just do a little things because every time somebody asks me something, I kind of add it to my repertoire. Somebody asked how many single family buildings sold. So we're back. We're at single family 2140. Single stories were 1109, which means they were more than half the inventory because a lot of people want the single stories for multiple reasons. SIDS and lids. As a matter of fact, I've been doing a lot of videos lately at the new builds, if you haven't noticed, and we'll talk about SIDS and lids. For that, 160 out of the 2140. For the SIDS and lids, limited improvement district, special improvement district, for the master plan communities, when they build those, the city doesn't actually pay for the infrastructure. The developer pays for that, the master plan developer, and they pass it on. It's like a bond issue, and you have to pay it back for your sewer and your water and your light, all the electricity they ran and everything, and the streets even. That's the SIDS and lids. But as you can see, it's not that many. And like I said, they're usually in master plan communities. And somebody remind me, I need to do a video just specifically on what's a master plan community and what you get around here. Okay, so association fees. I'm always having people going, I don't want an HOA. Okay, so here's the truth. Condos, townhomes, almost 100%. Believe it or not, you'll run across one or two here and there who don't have association fees. And that's because they're old AF. And what happens is just stop getting managed. It's like the Lord of the Flies and stuff. So I probably wouldn't look for one. As far as single family homes, those without an HOA, watch this. 645, which is a quarter. So over 70% of homes here, single family, have HOAs. If you don't want an HOA, there are parts of towns without them. Particularly on the east side, older parts like West Las Vegas. And by the way, West Las Vegas is in the center of the city now because the city kept growing west. There is an area in Lone Mountain, but they were built. These are newer homes. They were built without HOAs, but some of these are very expensive. They just didn't want to do it. And of course, you can get out of town, go to Prump and stuff like that. So, Let's see. Another one that people have asked me about. People want to know how the houses sold as far as like how many were cash and stuff. On that one, I'm going to bring up the calculator. So cash sales. I wonder if I should do it. I'm not gonna break it down because a high percentage of condo sales are actually cash sales, and the reason the high percentage of condo sales are cash sales is because they can't be financed by FHA or VA. So when I get VA buyers coming to me, because I do a lot of VA Air Force, uh, it's really hard to find it. And even with FHA, it's just really hard to find that. And it has to do with the association. They don't have the right amount of insurances. They don't have, they have too many renters, just too many liabilities. So FHA and VA won't write loans on them. They don't actually write loans, but you know what I mean, for those of you who know. So of the cash for single, okay, I messed up someplace. Here we go. There we go. Of the cash, 492 out of 2140. And it's time to bring up the calculator. I want you to see it because I want people to see my work. So 492 divided by, sorry, I have to get around the camera here. 2140. This is strange. That's 22.99%. Let's call it what it is, 23%. The cash sales keep going down. Not long ago, cash sales were over 35% of the market. Normal is about 30. The last few months, I've been seeing it at 25% and less, and now 23. That's the lowest I've ever seen it since tracking these numbers. That is a really, really strange number. I mean, like low. I don't know what's going on. That's a interesting one. So conventional, which is most of the loans, that's going to be 1054. Sorry, you know what? I'm going to bring this to the center so I don't have to do that. And see, because 1054 divided by 2140, 49.25. Call it half the loans, and the rest are going to be VA and FHA. But let's figure out what they are. Be fair. So 348, and I said 348, 378. Getting all dyslexic here or something, man. I really screwed that up. 378 divided by 2140. 17.66% of the loans. And VA, which is my bread and butter, 155 divided by 2140. You ought to see when I have to do my monthly update, I spend like hours going through peeling through all these numbers and making sure they're right so I don't screw anything up. So that's 7.24%. Believe it or not, that's kind of high. It's about normal, but I'm actually surprised. I think it's because we have 2 military bases here. A lot of people end up retiring here. If you haven't seen the VA hospital here, it's huge. So we got a lot of veterans here. Interesting fact, only 16, I'm just going to call it 16%. Only 16% of veterans who are eligible for the VA loan will use it. And the main reason they don't is, one, they were not educated on the VA loan. And number two, the lenders talk them out of the loan because that lender doesn't know what they're doing. If you're ever in a situation where you're looking to get a VA loan or something, reach out to me and I'll put you in contact with folks, because there's a lot of shysty stuff out there. And for all you know, I'm shysty. I'm just telling you there's a lot of shysty stuff. And the stuff I have seen with some of these lenders, I'm going to tell you a quick one without mentioning the lender. So I had this individual. They were looking to purchase a house and they wanted to buy a new build home. Now, those who don't know, new build homes right now, and I don't even know why they're doing it, they're like half the market. They buy down interest rates and help pay closing cost. Some of it, all of it, some of it, a good chunk where you don't have to worry about pretty much anything. It's going to be a hell of a lot less than trying to put down money to go rent someplace. First of all, I'll tell you about that in a second. If I can remember, I can have a senior moment. When you, I mean, this, so the lender, I mean, they were a referral from the lender. I get referrals from certain lenders. That dog's going crazy. Uh, and they find out that the person was looking at new homes, freaks out. I mean, like freaks out. It's like a new home, because they know that when somebody goes to a new home builder, it's over. It's over. They're done. So you go to the and it's like, well, can't you talk her into buying? Not saying anything because I know what was going on. Can't you talk her into buying a resale home? So anyway, the lender just kept just nutter. She signed, get on an interest list so we can get a house, because some of them are on interest lists because they start filling up because everybody's trying to get in these new homes. You look at the difference between a new home and a resale. It's almost foolish to get into a resale home right now. I hate to say that, it really is, because the price differential isn't much. Plus, somebody's paying your interest rate down, and they're covering your closing costs. Come on, you think you're going to really get that from a resale home? And the best part is, when you go into a new home, you know what the best part is? You're in a new home. You're not sitting there fighting over stuff with people when the inspection comes back and they're like, I don't want to fix that. Can't you just take it and give me all the money in the world? I know I do listings and I do, helping people buy, but that's just it. Anyway, we get down to she's the individual. Their name comes up. We have a signing time and a date to go down there and sign the contract. The lender gets on and convinces this person that they should be buying a resale. And it's like, oh, it's much better for you. You could just spend a little bit less and have the same payment, because, they can't match interest rates or anything. So anyway, one of the things is like, the lender's talking to me, he's like, I was able to get her some closing costs. And it's like, well, he never said anything. Like, I get to it, and well, how much closing? Well, I talked to her, the individual, and it's like they gave me $3,500. First of all, that's not even going to cover their. This is the thing I don't like. A lot of these guys, they charge this thing called origination fee. Well, not a lot. Some. I got some stories on origination fees. The origination fee would have been $35, and all they're doing is just if she had gone with any other lender, it's they haven't done anything. So anyway, after we cancel on the new home bill, we start trying to find stuff for that afternoon, and looking at it's all that price range. Trying to think of a good way to put it. Trash. So they're unhappy. And I was like, well, I don't want to say it. I was trying to prove a point. But why don't you call up the lender to see, since they talked you into not buying the new home, if they're still going to give you the closing cost? Calls me back. They're not giving me any closing costs. You knew that. They're trying to get them out of the contract so they get them into a new home so they can get their money. People don't realize lenders make so much more money than I actually had a guy. He got drunk at a Christmas party a few years back. He wasn't a lender, but he was like the lending manager, something like that. And he was like, we don't want you realtors knowing how much money we really make, because if you did, you want us to help you with your campaigns and your Zillow and your realtor.com and everything. So we pretend we don't make much money, and they make a lot, because the average realtor who is full-time doing this, out there grinding, closes 11 homes per year, or sites, as they call it in real estate. A half decent lender will close 11 sides in a month. And their commission is roughly 0.5%, according to what kind of loan and all kinds of other stuff and programs. Uh, their commission is 1.5% of the loan. Add that up. That's a lot of money. It's a lot. I just like real shisty stuff like that. And I'm probably going to be putting out I've been in this contest, right? We're not a contest, but you know how everybody has these challenges now: 7-day challenge, the 2-week challenge, 21-day challenge. Well, I had I'm in a 21-day challenge, and you're supposed to, build on your business and stuff. Well, I do video, so I go out and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do a YouTube video a day. You don't realize if you do a YouTube video a day for 21 days, that's 21 videos plus. And the reason I'm doing like that, I'm like plus, is because if I do 21 videos, how many videos can I put out a month? The average realtor, puts out 1, maybe 2. I try to get out 3. So I got 2 months of videos. If I do a video tomorrow, which is going to happen because the challenge is over until Sunday, I'm going to put videos. I mean, these videos are going to go through September. The ones I've made already, they're just sitting there waiting for the editors. Anyway, one of the videos I'm planning to put out has to do with down payment assistance. There's a lot of down payment assistance programs, and not all lenders participate. And if they don't participate, they don't exist. AKA, they're not going to tell you about them. If you ask them, they're going to redirect you. I'll put it this way. I was on a bus with somebody, and we are going to Pahrump to tour new houses. It was an event for realtors. And I'm sitting, and we're just talking. We were in the same office, even though there was, realtors from all over town on the big bus. And she was like, "Oh, I just closed these 3 NACA deals, and they're just fantastic." And I look at her and go like, "NACA? Aren't we supposed to stay away from NACA because it's like trash or something?" Some lender told me this. And she goes, "Okay, who told you that?" And I go, "No, this lender." And she's like, "Hey, Trish, if you ever see this, remember that conversation? Lenders don't make any money on NACA. They fund everything in-house, and I am getting tired of that dog. They're not going to make any money. So why would she tell you to have somebody go use a program where they don't have to have any down payment, no closing costs? The program buys them the house, and they make no money. They won't. They're going to do what this lender did, say that, "Oh, you should stay far away from that program." It's like that episode of Seinfeld. There's nothing available in Tuscany. Go look it up. So anyway, I got that. Let's get back to this. For those of you on TikTok, so we've just pretty much covered everything I was going to cover today, like in big stuff. Let's go and cover the other stuff. Let's look what's available out there. So right now, over the last 7 days, we've had 971 new listings come on market. So that is actually getting good. With interest rates coming back down, and Powell is talking about an interest rate cut in September. If that happens, I think the last half of this year is going to be bonkers. I think. I don't want to be a doom bro. I should talk about doom bros. It's going to be a different video. Back on market 221. This is the one that blows me away, and this is what just kills it. Price decreases 900. Remember, 971 came on market, 900 price decreases, and we saw how many were totally on the market. So about 20% of the houses had price decreases this month, which is absolutely ridiculous. Price increases 130. Now, I always said I never understood that, but I kind of looked at it a little bit, and some of them understand it's because the realtor put a bad price in. Matter of fact, I'll tell you a price increase. The only price increase I ever had. Well, I actually had another one, but I was like waiting for my broker to sign some paperwork. I just listed this house down in Rhodes Ranch. And I was in a hurry and I wanted to get it into the MLS. And I'm just hurrying. And I put it in, I publish it. And before I got to the door here, I got a call on that house. What in the world? How does somebody call by the time I get to the door? I'm rushing out. I get downstairs, I get another call. I get to the garage door, I get another call. I get in my car, I get another call. I'm pulling out, I get another call on it. Well, I put it, fat fingered it in 100,000 under. So I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm thinking, you don't get this many calls when you list a house. What price is listed in the MLS? They tell them it's like, oh, fat fingered in something wrong. It's 100,000 less than it's supposed to be. Anyway, out the gate, another call. So when sellers go, oh, I don't want to lose any money. You're losing money by overpricing your house. Never overprice it. And these 900 people have figured out that trying it their way was a mistake. But remember, 14 days, 28 days in Las Vegas for single family. Those are most of those people at that 14 days priced it right to begin with. You actually get the most money when you do that. And then when you start going over a certain amount of time, that's when them investors start coming out going, oh, you're probably desperate. Here's an offer for 100,000 less than you pay than it's worth. Or better yet, I had an investor on a listing right as they hit the 30 days. It wasn't overpriced. Nothing is moving in that neighborhood. I mean, like nothing. I spoke with the agents today, the other agents in the neighborhood. It's like, I haven't had anything. Some pockets don't move. And it was so funny because like one guy was like, I had more views or people go into the house this week. It was 3 people. They had the entire listing period, 2. But no offers, unfortunately. But anyway, at the 30-day mark, I started getting the investor offers. And the first investor offer was what they paid for it 2 years ago. So I used to say, go for these cash sales because they were stupid at one point. You know, right before the market changed, these investors were stupid. They would offer you more than the house was worth because they were saying it was going up 15,000 every month. So, oh, it don't matter. In 3 and 4 months, because you have it's the 90 or the 120-day rule on FHA. It's going to make me a profit. But markets changed. They're going back to, as a matter of fact, it's not even the old formulas anymore. They've just gone into stupid time. So anyway, under contract, we have 324 and 544. Let me see if I can do some math in public. That becomes 868. So fewer went under contract than came on the market. So it looks like our inventory is going to start to grow. So sellers, beware that. If it doesn't correct soon, buyers are going to start getting more bold. The great homes sell quickly. Home I just talked about, I listed another home like the same week. That home sold, had multiple offers in one day. We closed 30 days later for way over. When you have a great home in a great part of town, it's going to sell. Sold 942, which isn't bad. 971 came on market. Expireds 189. That's higher than normal, but actually we just had a changeover. Most of those expires were this morning and yesterday because realtors will set the beginning or end of the month for a lot of times instead of just, I'm going to list it for 6 months and go bop, bop, bop. They'll just 6 months plus the end of the month, Withdrawn 222. Most of these people just didn't get what they wanted. It's not about what you want for the house. It's what the house is worth. I'm going to leave it at that. So now to talk about the issue I said I would possibly talk about, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. So recently I sold a house to someone and I represented them as the buyer's agent. And they didn't want to get a home warranty. We know who you know who you are, because I know you watch my YouTube. You're YouTube fans. Uh, and I was like, no, they pay. I don't recommend anyone who doesn't pay. And I had another individual who worked at who contacted me, who was a really great fan, who came through YouTube, and they wanted a list of home warranties. And I was like, well, didn't you just renew with the people I put you with? They were like, no. They didn't say anything else. So anyway, I had a bad week a couple of weeks ago where everything broke all in one week. And it was my shower, my refrigerator, not the refrigerator. Like, I mean, I'm still got cold food, but you know, the little, you know, to deliver ice and water, and the washer, all in the same week. So I got I have the platinum plan. Yes, I still carry, and I have like all the options and everything. I have the roof coverage and the pool and spa coverage and all that stuff. I'm feeling safe. I got platinum, which includes all your appliances. So far, they have denied all of my claims, claiming I broke them. I ain't break crap. I should say I ain't break shit. It's like they have gotten to a point where they're just they don't want to pay anymore. As a matter of fact, the plumber who was here for the shower, he was like, "It's been really weird lately. I'm like, we can't get a hold of them. We'll have to sit on the phone for hours and hours. They won't respond or anything." And like, even like the technicians who came out and said, "Oh, they broke it themselves." And I'm sitting there like, what? I mean, how do you break, you know, the little stem to get water in the refrigerator? I'm just trying to think how you break that. And it wasn't just wear and tear. The refrigerator is 14 years old. Yeah, it's still working. 14 years old. It wasn't from wear and tear for a 14-year-old refrigerator. No, no. And that's why I know they're full of it. I'm debating whether to. I'm probably gonna make a separate video because I'm starting to wonder if some of these folks are not just having. Hey, if some of these folks, I mean, they're just. I don't know. Maybe they're out of money or something. I debated like for the last few hours if I'm going to name names, but I'm probably going to do another video. But see, here's the thing: I've never had an issue with them. They've like Johnny on the spot, Johnny on the spot. It's like, what you need fixed. And I don't know if it's because I've sent them so much business. And I feel that's unfair if they're taking care of me. Now, see, I've already put in a call to my rep. There's a chance it may get fixed. But that's not the point right now. If they fix it, will they fix it for you? And I think some of you would like, you know, to have your crap fixed. You don't want a warranty that's worthless. So those of you watch this video, the TikTok, the Instagram, I want to ask you a question. Have you had issues with warranty, and what is that company and the issues you've had? Because I am putting together a video. I mean, no matter what, I cannot recommend another customer to this company, period. Their behavior, I mean, they're offering no proof. It's like the technician said you broke it. I'm like, I broke it. What proof do they have? Their experience. Their experience. Have the technician talk to me, and I want them to talk about you know what? Technicians don't call me back. So even if it gets fixed, I'm going to tell when the video comes out, I'm going to be dropping names because I am not going to be putting my people into that again. I'm going to start asking other agents around the office what's been happening. If they've been having any complaints, because these people come in our office like every other week, you know, bringing some cookies and crap, you know. I'm sorry, I don't have time for that, because the work they do is a reflection on me. And that's what I wanted to talk about on that one. Everything else, market is surprisingly better than I expected. I'm surprised I didn't have any questions today. I usually have a few questions here. Those of you who are joining on TikTok, I appreciate it. I still can't believe, oh my goodness. This is my first day on TikTok ever. I have 12 little hearts. I don't believe that. I don't know if they give hearts over here on my Instagram. I can't believe I have 12 little hearts. I'm appreciating this. I mean, I'm completely appreciative, which means I'm gonna have to do this again. I really wish I can get to 10,000. I don't know if that'll ever happen. Probably because I sat around and talked about that. The lenders and the warranty companies and stuff. But y'all need to know. You know what? I got a minute. I'll talk to you. I mean, just the sheer crap that I hear out of some of these. Same company, different loan officer. This person get in contact with them, and they go like, "Oh, because no, they never participated in the down payment assistance programs." I mean, I've gotten some people some good stuff in down payment assistance programs. Person goes, "Well, the loan officer told me that they have a down payment assistance program for me." I'm like, "Oh, they participate in down payment assistance now?" Pick up the phone. This is like 3 weeks ago. I call them up, and they start doing the dance. I don't know why they do this dance. And I asked, "Well, what's the down payment assistance program?" "Well, we have down payment assistance program to cover the closing costs." "Oh, okay, that's cool. What are the specifics?" And instead of giving me specific dances. I mean, it's like I was persistent. I could finally get down to it. It was a loan. So, like, do you roll it into the loan? But you can't roll it into a loan. Most loans, it's a separate loan on a 20-year term that the person has to pay back at like 10% interest or something for your closing costs. But there are down payment assistance programs out there that will cover this stuff. And I got to get that video out. It's just stuff like that. And you just see it all day long, every day. And it infuriates you when you see it or hear it. And yeah, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of real estate agents are full of it too. I'm just trying not to be full of it. I've taken 45 minutes of your day today. Instagram, I'm glad there's 3 people who joined. I don't know how long they stayed. It doesn't tell me the exact number of people who joined over here. I had about 5 people on YouTube, and I'm just happy people were here tonight. Have to debate whether I'm going to have one next week. I'm thinking about having it every other week to get enough content for you, so I'm not sitting here, bitching and moaning about. So I'm not sitting here bitching and moaning about, warranty companies and, lenders and stuff like that. I want to give you a good bit of value. And for those of you watching the replay, I really do mean that. Please put down below if you've had issues with some of these home warranty companies, because what's the use in having it if they don't pay? You just give me money, and then I'm going to skip around. I'm going to send somebody out, charge you $8,500 for a service call for them to come out. And matter of fact, I wasn't here for the washer. My wife said all he did was like pull it out from the wall, look at the back, look inside the drum, close it up, and left. But it's broke. No, she said he turned it on. We somehow broke it, and the only proof he has is his experience. Same thing for the refrigerator. I haven't heard anything back from the plumber yet. I'm very upset, you know. So leave down there if you're upset. And just finishing this out. If you need anything, call, text, email. It's Instagram. I mean, for the I think my link's in the bio kind of thing. If not, my number is 702-706-5841. I don't know with these lives. This is my first live because I just went over 1,000 followers on TikTok. So I don't know if these like exist anywhere. I really don't. I think I've like scrolled through, seen a live, clicked on and clicked off, which I'm assuming a lot of these people are doing right now. But I am grateful because 12 people liked me. With that, call, text, email, my information for the YouTube is down below. Those of you who are here, my channel is going to be easy to find. It's my name and my call sign. Don't know. I mean, somebody thank me for my service in this TikTok. I was in the Air Force. That's my flight helmet. I guess the people on YouTube can't because I was messing around with stuff. Yeah, I was in the Air Force, retired. And we'll find out whether it exists anymore. I always say for my military folks, I don't think I've done it on these Alpha Mike. Actually, I did Alpha Mike Foxtrot. And to everyone else, I always say, keep the lights on for you. That expression, keep the lights on for you. I don't remember, you old enough, us Gen Xers will remember it. It was Tom Bodette from Motel 6. Alpha Mike Foxtrot's a thing that goes back to the Vietnam War. So when a flyer was shot down, and he was, well, let's just be honest, it was he back then. When he was in imminent danger of being killed or captured, and they just knew it was over with, their last radio call was Alpha Mike Foxtrot. Adios, mother. You get the rest. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and peel it out because nobody's asked any questions over here. Oh, somebody joined. It tells me to say hi. I guess I'm supposed to wave at people. I'm sorry. I'm not too used to this social media stuff. I've been doing YouTube a while, but you know, the TikTok and the Instagram and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to see you guys later. And we'll see if we'll have next week. If not, it's going to be 2 weeks from now. See y'all later.